So in this lesson, I've added those lines that you were going to do on your own. Just use the blueprints that we had, and you can map these out. And you'll of course have a support file for this. I'm going to show you a couple more things to do with the lines later. We're going to take one of these lines and connect it to one of the circular lines around the barrel. But for now, as promised, let's go to the left viewport. We're going to make a little it's almost like a little cap that goes on the side here, very much like we did with the headlight. There's that little piece right here. You can almost repurpose that, but let's just go through the technique one more time. So go to Create Panel, go to Standard Primitives, MVH Primitives, Tube Cap, hit F3, and let's just go right here and pull one out. Let's say around that size, inset a little bit, and let's go with 8 segments. Enter. Go to Perspective Viewport, and you'll probably need to move that out. It's probably in the center of the boiler, which it is. So grab your manipulator tool. There you go. Okay. And let's grab the boiler by controlling and clicking, and hide everything else. So we're going to hide unselected. There we go. Okay, so now the tube cap, we're going to right click, convert to edit poly. Let's name it boiler side cap -01. Okay, and zoom in a little bit. What we're going to do is, as we did earlier, we're going to use the freeform tools. From on grid, we will click on surface, pick the boiler. And let's just give one tick to get 0.1 as the offset. And now we're going to go to conform. Let's click on the conform brush. We need to set the full strength to 100 and the conform to 100. Okay. And now, if we just paint on that little tube cap, conforms to the surface. Perfect. Click out of conform. And now we'll do just a little bit of modeling on this. So border selection. Let's perspective zoom in a little bit. There we go. Let's shift and drag it out. And let's hit R for scale. Let's shift and scale a little bit. Pull it out, just have a little bit of an angle. That looks good. R again, shift and scale just a tiny bit, just like that. Do that one more time. And once again. And now let's collapse that border with the collapse command. Just like that. And you remember, we don't want to touch the horizontal or vertical edges, but let's select every other edge right here and backspace to remove them. Now you have 4 quads right in the center of that model. Okay, border select. Let's grab this border, hit W, shift and drag back, just like that. Let's move that whole model forward a little so we have a little depth. I like the look of that. Okay, and now edge selection. Alt and R to ring select that and connect. Let's use 2 segments. Let's pinch that outward a little bit, just like that. Check for OK. Let's add a turbo smooth. Hit T 3 times on your keyboard in the modifier list. And there you have a turbo smooth. Let's make it 2. That looks pretty good. Needs a little more crisp area, certain spots. So let's go back to edge. And right here, Alt and R. I'm going to do a connect again. Same settings should be good. They are. And once again, turbo smooth. That looks pretty good. Okay. So now I'm noticing in the reference, there's this little square piece that goes in the center. It's like a little diagonal diamond, almost like a plug, I guess. Like if you were to plug a drain with something, but it's square. So what we're going to do is we're going to back out, create. Let's go to standard primitives. So you're in geometry, standard primitives. Box, auto grid. I'm going to use this surface. We did this in another exercise earlier, and we're just going to click, drag out. Might be a little off, which it is. It's okay. Pull it out a little bit. Okay. P, Z, F4, so we can see the wireframe. Now, because it's a little off, just use your rotate. E. Turn off snaps. Sometimes snaps aren't going to be the best option. You want to really finesse something like that. There we go. Let's move that back a touch. That looks good. Let's convert this to edit poly. And this might be overkill, but we're going to select all the edges and we're going to chamfer them. And just to get, see that value's too big, right click. Just to get a little, that looks good. Let's add one more segment. And okay. That's just going to give a nice highlight on that piece. We're going to put a smooth above this. Smooth modifier, auto smooth. Let's turn that down to 20 and see what that does. It might even go lower. Alright, that's good. I mean, at the distance we're going to view it, it'll be fine. And let's go to rotate and just off center so it's not a perfect alignment. Scale it up a touch more. Now I look at it, move it around, whatever makes you feel good and makes you feel like it looks like it should. And to me, that looks good. So now, in the reference I'm looking at now, there are a couple of these. Might deviate from the blueprint a little, but let's put 2. So I'm going to just shift this, move it up. And because the radius of this barrel from here to here is the same, we can just move that. It's not a big deal. And then we'll take it, we'll move it back, just like that. And we have 2 of those. Let's change that centerpiece, and we'll do a little rotate on it. E for rotate. Just make it a different angle. I don't know, like that. And you're going to want to do that at the end of the project if you have the time. If you're doing this for a personal project, definitely take the time. And all the bolts we placed earlier are all aligned the same. You probably would like to just, change the rotation, because as they tighten them, they're not all going to align perfectly. So keep that in mind. If you're doing this and you have the time, definitely go in there and do those little tweaks. It makes it feel more like it's built by someone's hands as opposed to a CG model. So with that, we're going to just say that that part is done. And let's go to the left viewport. I'm going to continue. Let's just make a plane object. And we're not going to use auto grid. In this plane, we're going to make like roughly, let that big. That looks good. Okay. So perspective viewport. It's obviously in the middle of the boiler. It's not where we want it. We're going to pull it out to the side a little bit. Just like that. Okay. And make it an editable poly. Right click on plane, edit editable poly. There we go. Edge. Let's do a loop selection. And you know what? We're going to chamfer. We're going to do something we haven't done so far. I'm going to do an open chamfer. And now when we adjust that value, we'll have a gap between those. So it's a nice way to just break them out. You have elements now. Say OK. That looks good. And maybe we'll grab a couple of these polygons like those two, delete them. And we will just, we're going on the fly. Let's take these 2 edges and shift and drag them down. So we just covered a few different things that we've done before. And let's grab all these vertical edges that are along the outside border. Let's do a slight chamfer and close. It's set to open right now, so we have to close it. There we go. You see there's a small chamfer. Make that slightly bigger. Okay, and we'll check OK. And we'll do the same for the horizontal edges, but only at the top and the bottom of each element, just like that. Chamfer. OK. And now, with the boiler, the badge selected, and we still have boiler as the surface, we can go in, grab this conform brush, and let's just, boom, 100 and 100 was set, so it worked perfectly. We can cancel the conform now. Click out of that brush, and now let's go in and add a shell. Shell modifier. It's a pretty thick modifier. 1 inch is too much, so that looks better. A little shading artifacts. Let's see if smooth takes care of that. Smooth and auto smooth. There we go. That looks good. Now if you want to, you can turbo smooth. I'm not sure that I want to yet, but let's see how it looks. 2 iterations. Okay, I'm not liking these curved corners. Not a big deal. Go back in. Let's do this. Let's grab that ring. Alt and R for edge ring selection. And let's try something different again. Let's go to Graphite Modeling Tools tab. And we have this Swift Loop. Very much like Maya has the same tool. You can just pick a spot and click. And we're going to do it over here as well. So we don't need to reselect the edge ring. Just be careful. Click. There we go. We're going to do another one right here, and right there, and right here, and there. Okay. And now when you turbo smooth, we have this. We have a little pinching going on. It's not going to be a big deal. And let's just do this. Let's go to Edge. We could continue with what we're using, that same tool, the quick slice, but what's going to happen is I'm probably going to get pinching that way. So what I'm going to do is come over here. We're going to go to Loops, Flow Connect. Remember to turn on Auto Ring. It's just a good habit. I mean, we have all the edges in the ring selection already. Hit Flow Connect. Let's do the same down here. Alt and R. Actually, let's not do the ring select this time so I can show you. We come up here to Loops. Now we just click Flow Connect with that one edge selected, and it does it automatically, the whole ring. There we go. And let's do it here as well. Flow Connect. Flow Connect. Okay. And now let's come back here to the stack, go to the top of the stack. There we go, we have a little badge. Could be adjusted to any shape. You do what you like with it, but it's just a little element that's on there. When it's painted, it'll look good. It's standing off maybe from the surface a little. Conform, maybe we could have used another pass with the conform, but you can always just manipulate that manipulator and get it right where you want it, just like that. And there you have it. So we have some surface detail. A lot of times you're going to want to, I'm not doing it in this exercise, but everything we're doing on one side is going to probably transfer to the other. Although the train does have some asymmetric elements, you'll need to do more research. I'm going to show you the right side for now. With that done, in the next exercise, let's save the file. In the next exercise, I'm going to show you a little more work with the steam lines. There's going to be a point where we're going to connect one of the lines that goes horizontally to one of these circular lines around the barrel of the boiler. So in the next video, I'll pick up from here.